Um, okay, I posted a video on what I need to do. And then somebody responded back to me saying, that's what you, well, she didn't say, she eliminated the word need from her experience. So when she sees that people need to do something, she's going to say that's where you're going wrong. And that goes against my rules because my rules are you got to face the bear. Face these things that we need to look at. So there are some things in our reality that we need to face, and that's facing evil. But how we face evil is the trick. And that trick is you need to listen to yourself. That's why when somebody comes and offers you advice on what worked for them, they think will work for everyone. So, what I need to do is get up at 6 o'clock every morning and go for a walk. Why do I need to do that? Because I want to do that. I desire to do that because that's the only way I will unfold my solution. I need to break my pattern. When did I ever enjoy and be my smartest and my brightest and most prepared for the world? When I was up really early in the morning and went for a workout. So it just opens up the mind. I am the stupidest when I first wake up. Um, and it's like life gives you an experience so you can see yourself. And one time I was working driving um, employees to a ski resort. So it was like 4 o'clock in the morning that I had to get up, and I was going like it was nonstop driving. And I lived in a really, really small town, Canmore, Alberta. And I stopped at a stop sign and I was waiting for the light to change. And I was like, I don't even know how long I was sitting there for. But that is like a characteristic of ADHD. Your mind can wander off, and there was only one stoplight in that town. And it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And the only reason that I realized what I was doing is somebody was walking. And it's almost like it takes another human being to wake you up to yourself. It was pretty funny because it's okay. That's how dumb I am first thing in the morning is I'll stop at a stop sign and wait for the light to change. It's like I need to be told what to do because my mind will wander off and not get focused on the game being played. So, um, this wake up is really wake up to yourself. you know, I'm my smartest after I have a good workout. It's like if you want to create the best drug in your life, work out. Get your body in top physical shape, not excessive shape. I mean, these bodybuilders that need to take a drug to look like they're in shape, that's only a sign that you're lacking a self-esteem, a lack of ability to love yourself for who you can create without stuff. Now, part of selling what it is that I'm selling, self to everybody, don't follow my advice. Just see if my advice works the same as you. And Bruce Lee says you're strongest when you go with the energy and not against the energy. So chances are, if I focus on my life and my life works for me, then it will be a reflection of, oh, if it's working for her, then I'll do it. So it's not like I'm going to tell anybody what to do. I'm going to do a diary of, look at my life, it's hell. And to give you an example, I went out for a walk, and um, after just being out in a walk, it's like, okay, where's some really good ideas that can improve on my communication skills? And I'm thinking, okay, catchphrases spread like wildfire. If I shortened up my videos instead of, oh, I can talk for 15 minutes, I'm a talker. Because I've always thought you need an explanation for everything. But that's not necessarily true. That's a rule I developed that I can question at any time and think, how's that working for you, Judy? You got how many videos you're explaining and explaining and nobody's getting it, and it's like, um, even try to go on that Dragon's Den, and it's like, you got to make your point in 30 seconds or less. It's like the universe, if you observe it, it's like, no, make your point in 30 seconds or less, or you've lost us. And if you say something that makes sense, we'll spread it like wildfire. So, is less more? If I talk less, would it be more? So I happen to, and if you can make something funny, I think that's something else that we love to feel happy. So if I can make my point in like 30 seconds or less and make it funny, I'd probably prove a point faster, because my point would have to be so shortened down that it's in agreement with everybody. The more words I use, the more you can disagree with me. So, and it's harder to spread a story, because as soon as you will switch a story so far. So, but you can't change like 30 seconds or less. So, that was pretty cool. Um, and that's going to be the next direction for my videos, is trying to keep things really, really short. One of them that I also thought of is wealthy people created, owned, and controlled the psychiatric medical industry to convince those that are sane are actually insane, when they are the ones that know it all. So I pretty much had to be on a welfare system to be able to point the finger at everybody I think is having sort of believing in the psychiatric world, that's saying, if you have been diagnosed with a mental illness, it ain't you. It's the psychiatric world convincing wealthy people that their behavior is acceptable. Look at our global experience. If everything is so falling apart, who got us here but the experts? And the experts know that they're right because of the psychiatric field, who's created laws and rules that says, if you behave this way, then you're mentally ill. If you behave this way, you're a genius, you're smart, you know the answers to everything. And we base that on money. So the person with the most money, thinking that they know all their answers with an educational paper, probably knows a lot less than somebody that claims to know something without a piece of paper. That's observing the insanity of the game being played. Pretty much have to be on a welfare system to hit the whole, if you aren't in this level of poverty, the only ones that would probably know more than me are people that are homeless. But they are stuck in the pain. If you're stuck in the pain and you are not able to communicate effectively with the problem, um, then you're too stuck in the problem to know what the answers are. But they've believed the rules of the psychiatric world. If you are not able to recognize this game being played, then you just believed what the system is manipulating you to believe. But the ones that are probably more right are the ones that are homeless. And we're treating them as if they don't know what they're doing. We're treating them, we are not telling them we value them. We are not telling them anything good about themselves. And they're believing in it. They will be a reflection of the rest of us if we encourage them to be their best, if we tell them how valuable they are to us, then the best of them would be the best of us would be manifested through them. Those that are dealing with the least are the reflection of those who have the most. And what does that say about their heart when they can always say, I need to be the best at the cost of you suffering like that? I just don't see how hard that is to comprehend. But maybe if I keep my videos shorter and to the point. So I'm going to do a catchphrase about the psychiatric field, because I think we need to be repeating that over and over again. Something really obvious in less than 30 seconds, and I think I can make it funny, but I'm going to have to think about that one. So that's like only an example that when your body is in good physical shape, it is its smartest. It is at its best potential. So we can say smoking pot is healthy, and that works to calm down. Some medications are helping to get to a point of where you need to get to, but you master your game when you can do it on your own. And so working out while you need to take any type of medication is not going to be you at your fullest potential. It's when you can do things naturally. And it is when you getting back to need, it's like, yeah, I need to do something to create my life that I want. So we do have needs, but what are those things? What are those needs? It's your needs, wants, and desires. They're all like good. Y'all have to have them, but it's like, what are we needing? What are we wanting? What are we desiring? Like, we don't really have to make a change in what works, except for change how we perceive how they work. And it is a matter of sort of letting go. Not, when you need to do something and you need to do it with a fight, flight, gotta do it, it's gonna kill me, then you're doing it wrong. You don't even know what your need is. For me, what I'm doing is trying to get my state into a peaceful, loving state as much as possible. There's different levels of feeling peace and love. And when you're really, really angry and really, really pissed off, you can only get yourself to a certain stage of peace and love feeling, but then when you get to that state and say, okay, I want to go a little deeper, then you get a little deeper. So with every level that you can get the purest experience of feeling love and happiness while you're asking the universe for all of the answers, what should I do? It's basically you set yourself out to ask better questions. The more loving and peaceful you are is where your questions come from. And they just get better and better the more love and peaceful feeling you're feeling. So whatever stage I'm at, for me to be smoking, I am not loving myself. So that's a reflection of my universe that's telling me, hey, Judy, you can't fool yourself. You ain't loving yourself, because look at what you're doing to yourself. You can't be. So I know I'm not there yet. My smoking addiction is my biggest gift. It's my measuring tool to tell me when I'm exactly at that perfect level of love and peace. So until then, I need to create a life that I think I will love. And in doing so, that helps get me to that stage of love and peace. But it doesn't mean that I have to hate what it is I'm doing. I'm supposed to go out for the walk and I really love it. I love myself. I love what this is going to do. I love what, I have to say good things about what it is I'm doing to love myself and not hate the process of doing it. And that's something I need to do. I need to change the programming that's inside me and change it to something a lot more positive. You have to sort of tell yourself the story you want to believe, and then you'll believe it. Not believing a story before you've even told it. Just makes sense to me. So you do need to do something. Peace out.